So welcome, Piers Morgan. What brings you here today?
Well, I've got a son here, so when the school rang up and said, would you come and do a Q&A with Sir Michael Wilshere, it wasn't really a question, it was more of a, you're going to be coming, aren't you? No, I love coming down here because it's such an inspiring event. It's something where you really feel that everyone's coming together to work out a better education system in this country, which we need. And I think all these people in one place, all debating and analysing and talking about what we need to do to fix the problems is incredibly useful. So I think this festival is the best of its type in the country, and it's always great to be here.
And why do you think education itself is so important?
Everything's about education. If you don't learn, you can never succeed, you can never fail, you can never improve, you can never do anything. Education is the bedrock of any good society, any good country. And the countries that take education seriously and make it a priority, they're the ones that are the most successful. And I think Britain used to be top of the tree, and we've fallen away. If you're lucky enough to come to Wellington, you get a world-class education. If you're unlucky enough to be in some of our comprehensive schools up and down the country, the bad ones, then you're having a terrible education. And we've got to remove that disparity. You've got to give everyone a fair chance.
So what would you say needs to change within education to sort of alter this?
Well, I thought Sir Michael Wilshere, who I talked to today, who is the former Ofsted head, he summed up a lot of the problems. It's all about teachers. You know, if you have a bad teacher, they're not going to inspire anybody to do anything. But if you have a good one, they can inspire a whole school. Head teachers are really important. Senior teachers in schools are really important. They're the people that can take mediocre students and make them really sing. And that's what you've got to be able to do. It's a bit like being a football manager. You know, you can have the best group of players in the world. You've got a terrible manager. They don't tend to win things because they're not driven enough. Their life's tough out there when you get out of these schools. And you've got to be prepared properly for the battle of life. And I think the good schools that do that, they're like Sir Michael said, they're challenging, they push you, they drive you, they want you to do better. It's not, we all win a participation prize by being not very good. That doesn't get you anywhere.
And did you yourself have a teacher that was particularly inspiring?
I had lots of great teachers. You know, I had an English teacher at my prep school where I went to till I was 13, who used to put a bit of fruit in the middle of the room and tell us to write 1,000 words about the fruit, a banana. And it was, you know, difficult, but then it made you really creative. I had a history teacher, Mr. Shepherd, who was at my comprehensive school, and he was brilliant. And I did Latin and RS with him and history. But I can remember him now in that classroom, having fun, motivating us, driving us, and also academically right on top of his game. And he was a great teacher. I can remember him. I know what he looks like. I haven't seen him in probably 40 years, but he has such a profound effect on me.
Yeah, so hugely important. And just overall, is there sort of one overriding message that you'd like to give about education?
You don't get anywhere if you don't work hard. You know, for all the students here and the teachers, the harder you work, it's amazing, the luckier you get in life. The harder I've worked, the luckier I've got. It's not a coincidence. So, you know, you can be incredibly able, but without a work ethic, you'll never utilize your potential. Similarly, you can be somebody maybe not naturally gifted, but actually with the right teaching and the right motivation, you can be driven to outsurpass what people expect of you. And that's really key. So it's all about working hard and creating an inspiring, creative environment that comes from teachers, head teachers, good schools, but also from pupils themselves and from their parents. Don't let them off the hook. Don't let your parents let you be lazy. There's nothing wrong with working hard and being driven. It's actually fun.
Okay, and just some kind of quick fire questions to finish. Favourite book?
My favourite book, I would say, was An Evil Cradling by a guy called Brian Keenan, who was one of the hostages in Beirut, along with Terry Waite and John McCarthy. And it's the most powerful book you'll ever read. The guy was chained to a radiator for 5 years in a dungeon in Beirut and treated appallingly by his captors. If you can survive that and be as he is now, it's an amazingly inspiring thing. Also, if you read the book, you'll never moan and complain about school food or anything else ever again.
And one person you'd be stuck on a desert island with?
I better say my wife, hadn't I? Otherwise I'm in trouble when I get home.
Okay, thank you very much.